Good evening, everyone, and I want to welcome everyone to a very special night here on Fligger Farm TV. I know we're a little late getting near into the qualifying tonight, but there were just a few finer details I wanted to try to grab a hold of before we get going here tonight. And as we're looking here at the grid so far, looks like we've got Daniel Scruggs out there on track. But a little bit of update on to kind of what you're seeing on the screen here tonight. We are here with the Friggy Diggy Arca series here this Sunday evening while they're in their playoff series. Two drivers are locked into the next round. But as I said, I wanted to kind of touch base on, I'm sure it's been national news with the whole Trump rally shooting that went on yesterday. And here at Fligger Farm TV, that is our hometown here. And it kind of hit a little closer to home than a little more close to home than what we thought it initially did, as it is one of my brother's fellow firefighters that, when protecting his family, ended up being the one that was shot. So that would be why we have the badge down there in the bottom right of your screen here tonight. I know here at Fligger Farm TV, we send all our condolences and prayers out to the family, along with, Friggy Diggy also asked me to send a special announcement out that they also send their condolences and prayers out to the family members as well. So that is kind of why you saw the banner the way you did tonight, a little bit different than what we normally do, along with the badge there above our nameplates down there on the bottom right of your screen here this evening. So hopefully we could put a little bit of that behind us tonight as we get ready for some great racing. Uh, Corey, as you see, as his name is down there in the bottom corner, was a big part at our local dirt track with the fire department, helping collect 50/50s most Friday nights. So I know he was a big part in the community as well, and gave up his chief status that he had to help spend more time with the family. And unfortunately, protecting his family yesterday. So, if we can, definitely here tonight. I can't remember how many laps it is, but we're going to take on lap 27 tonight. And we're going to run that lap in complete silence. So, without much further ado, it looks like we got about 9 minutes of qualifying left to go. Here this evening, Josh Cole has your lead out there in that Fligger Farm TV machine. Mike Schaefer out there in the number 29 sets a fast time of 32.424, so he's a little bit off the pace there in second place as we get ready to roll here this evening for the Friggy Diggy Arca series. Still got a few drivers waiting to come in, and there's some new names here tonight in the Friggy Diggy as well, making their initial runs here tonight. Names that you all know well from over on the roughneck side of things, and that is James Wagner there in the number 30 and Jeff Scott in the number 38. So those two drivers are making their debut here in this season as everybody looks to be getting ready to set to go here tonight. Uh, Definitely going to be a little bit tough in the booth here for me tonight, but we're going to make this happen, and hopefully everybody does a great job putting on a show here at Atlanta. And as we're getting ready to go, we'll look at the race info real fast as it's 78 degrees is our ambient temperature. The track temp's 125 degrees. 45% humidity, partly cloudy with 2 mile an hour per wind. 2 miles per hour for the winds. And also tonight, we have our points up. If I can get them to come up right there, they are. There is your points, your playoff points as it stands right now. And that is Christopher Pendle leading the way above Josh Cole, as there is Josh Cole, I believe, missed last race, so that's what helped Pendle get ahead a little bit. They both have a win here in this round of playoffs, so they both are green lighted, as you can see, into the next round. Rick Schneider in third, Michael Schaefer there in fourth, Brendan Brody fifth, Terry Fennell there in tied for sixth with Joseph Thomas, and Brett Bray back there in eighth spot in the points. So those are your top 8 drivers in the points right now. Those are your top 8 playoff drivers as it stands right now. I want to welcome again everybody tuning in here to Fligger Farm TV tonight and soon to be SBGN on Roku. Hopefully, we get this up there on Roku just fine. Everybody's doing getting ready to rock and roll this evening. Couple league sponsors here tonight I'd like to give the shout outs to is 1% Designs, along with Admin Box, and also give a shout out. Where did that go? There it is. Keep digging. So here at Atlanta, we're just waiting here on the countdown clock, waiting for everybody to get ready to rock and roll here tonight. And unfortunate, this is another night without me on camera. It's been a little warm here in the booth, so it doesn't quite make for a uh, pretty picture on camera, nor do I have quite the space I once did, as things are getting moved around here within the booth as well. As different, life throwing curveballs at us like always, and you always got to count your blessings. Now, I realize there was also yesterday two others that were wounded by and ended up in ICU. They are in stable condition tonight, so that is wonderful to hear. So we definitely want to give a shout out and sending prayers and everything. And if any of you haven't known yet and were curious, I do not have the links, but I do know that Trump has put up a GoFundMe page to help those involved, and as well as I believe there is a secondary GoFundMe for the family of Corey. If anybody's interested in looking at those, I know they're out there. I personally just do not have the links as of yet. About 3 minutes and 20 and counting here in qualifying as it winds down here. Brandon Brody looks like he's going to come out on track, possibly, in that number 4 machine. Coming out on track. Going to see what he can do for a time. Running that high side through 3 and 4, trying to get the momentum, as there's a little bit of connection issues, it seems, to Brody. Down here in the corner, number 1 and 2, running that middle lane as it is right now. Then glides a little bit to the bottom for the exit. Coming off and gets loose. Ends up having to chase it down the racetrack. And back into 3 and 4. We'll see if his second lap can be any better here as they come off of 4. Down across the stripe here for lap 1, and it's going to be a 33.510 for Brody. See if this lap, if he can improve on that time. Let's see if he can keep the wheels under it as he comes off a 2. Much better exit off a 2 as he comes down the backstretch. And in the corner, number 3 and 4, Roughneck Racing Network. It's sitting here watching their two drivers, Wagner and Scott. That's the number 30 and 38. We'll keep an eye on them tonight as they move up through the field, hopefully. As it looks like Brody still locates himself in the 7th position with a 32.785. Again, that is a 32.785 for Brody in that number for Brody Farms machine. So now a minute left here in qualifying. As we get set, I wonder if this is the, yeah, we're in the round of 8 here. And tonight it is Atlanta. And it is 162 laps here tonight. 25 seconds in qualifying and counting down. And checkered flag is flying here in qualifying. We're going to get ready up for the grid. As everybody starts to line up here tonight. You got Josh Cole on point in that number 43 machine for Freedom Unlimited. They're on pole. To his outside there in row number 1 is Mike Schaefer for Turn Sideways Racing in that number 29. In the second row, Terry Fennell starting to the inside in third position in that 00. Rick Schneider outside row number 2, fourth position in that number 03. Daniel Scruggs at number 14 will start inside in fifth position, row number 3. Joseph Thomas in the outside of row number 3 in that number 21. Brandon Brody from Illinois sitting there in seventh position here tonight inside row number 4 in that number 4 machine. Waylon McConnell starting outside row number 4 in eighth position in the number 75. James Wagner for Roughneck Racing, most likely in a James Wagner welding machine. They're in ninth position. Inside row number 5. Logan Spencer on the outside of row number 5 in that number 89 for Moose Juice Racing in that 10th position. Inside row number 11 is Jeff Scott for Social Outcast. And his outside in the 54 machine is Chris Lawrence for Moose Juice Racing. Now, Jeff Scott and James Wagner, you might see them work together since it's their first night here together. And starting 13th is Nathan Peacock from Georgia in that 13th position. That'll be inside row number 7 in that number 72 machine. Ah, dang it, you get out of here. Stage breaks tonight are at lap 40 and lap 81. Lights are out. We're going to be going green this time. Everybody's working down the backstretch. Beautiful look at all the cars as they come down that backstretch. A lot of great looking paint schemes here tonight. Chris Lawrence in the pit road. That is the number 54. He is your race control this evening. Green flag is out. They're down and away. Josh Cole off to a great start here, getting ahead of that 29 of Mike Schaefer as we roll down here in the corner number 1. And we already got problems back here at the back. I'm trying to see who that is. That's Nathan Peacock around. Caution is out already. And trying to see who else was involved. That is Jeff Scott in that number 38 machine. Not quite how he wanted to make his debut. All right, we'll see the 38 there. Oh man, the 38 was down there on the inside. Nathan Peacock was on the outside. See if we can get a better view here of everybody involved. There you see the 72 coming to the outside of Scott. Not sure exactly what happened. Looks like he went to upshift and ended up catching the next lowest gear. So it looks like it was a shifting problem that the car just locked up and ended up turning hard down to the inside and catching up with a Peacock. Everybody's trying to get back underway here. Waylon McConnell in pit road. Jeff Scott coming into pit road to fix some of that damage on that 38 machine. Nathan Peacock also coming in to fix the front end of his machine. Trying to get everything sorted out here on lap number 3. Lights are still on that pace machine here tonight. As we're getting everybody lined back up. Hopefully everybody gets ready to rock and roll and gets back in line. Jeff Scott lap down back here at the back. We'll see if he gets his lap back here tonight. There's definitely lots of laps here tonight for all this taking place. Hopefully all the audio sounds good here tonight. If it does not, let me know and we will fix it quickly. Here on lap number 5 here this evening. Let's see if we can get a better start this time. Everybody stacked up, lights are out. Fred's going to drive it down there on the pit lane, and Barney's going to wave that green flag and set everybody free once again. Green flag out. Josh Cole takes the jump once again, and we got another driver up into the outside wall. And who's that causing problems?
Second, caution for in the wall.
Oh, we'll watch here off of the restart. Looks like the 00 or the 80. I want to say it was a 00 causing problems here on the restart. Got a little too quick on that loud pedal and it just broke loose. Comes up in the mic. Puts Mike into the wall. And the 14, what happened there is the 14 looks like he broke loose as well. He drops down, and all of a sudden that back end seems to kick out. He got loose, comes up into the 03, and then just a traffic jam here. Little bit of damage there to Wagner. And a little bit more as Wagner finds the side of the 03. The 89 through the infield. There's the 21. Jeff Scott in the back here. So we're under yet another caution. We have yet to get this race started as we're under our second caution of the race. There you see we're on board with Daniel Scruggs as he's trying to catch back up to the field. And Josh Cole out here behind the pace car. Still holding on to the lead at the moment. Take a commercial break and be back. All right, we're back here at the track. Looking at Nathan Peacock up to third. Josh Cole still holding on to that lead. James Wagner down here in the pits getting some repairs. Daniel Scruggs getting some repairs. Terry Fennell heading off. Jeff Scott sitting here in 12th, a lap down. Everybody's trying to get back in line. Have Scott's, trying to figure out who maybe got the free pass. James Wagner back out on track. Got ahead of the pace car, so he's going to have to come back around and get caught back up to the back of the field. We're here on lap 9. Now on lap 10. Lights are out. They're going to get double foul possibly. There they go, getting doubled up. Still a little bit of chaos going on at the back as Wagner comes back into pit lane. I don't know if that pit lane was closed or not when he came in. And Wagner, normally this is not how the races begin here for Friggy Diggy. Not sure what's up with these drivers tonight. They're getting a little loose. Jeff Scott sitting back here toward the back. as they're coming out through 3 and 4. We're on board with Brody as they're coming to the green flag. Green flag
Green flag.
drops. And Brody's down and away, and we got Brody up into the outside wall. Everybody's trying to check up. Looks like we're getting free clear here for the moment as they work through 1 and 2 back here out onto the backstretch. Side by side, let them tires warm up, boys, as you work off the corner. James Wagner trying to fight his way up through the pack. Logan Spencer back here in the 89. Jeff Scott, he's a lap down trying to get his lap back. Logan Spencer and Jeff Scott look like they're fighting for position. As everybody comes through the tri-oval and back down here into corner number 1. That's Josh Cole as your leader. Nathan Peacock in 3rd. Mike Schaefer back here in 4th. Waylon McConnell 5th. Brendan Brody there in 6th. Daniel Scruggs 7th. Joseph Thomas 8th. James Wagner currently sitting there in 9th with Terry Fennell in 10th. As everybody's now working down here through 3 and 4. Hopefully everybody hears me okay as the drivers are working hard. And we've got one up into the wall. That's the 00 of Terry Fennell up into that outside wall. Tries to save it, gets skitting, and ends up in the outside wall once again, coming into 1. And look out, that's Joseph Thomas now got to make an evasive maneuver to get around him. He does so, collects it, and everybody stays green here at lap 13 as Peacock takes over 2nd position. Here comes Schneider, though. As Schneider moves up there into 3rd. Hold on to it there, McConnell, as he comes through the tri-oval back down here into corner number 1. Got a little loose coming off of 4. And we got another pack of cars back here. This is the likes of Brendan Brody. Daniel Scruggs out there on the high side. James Wagner down there on the low side. Running that number 30 Arca car here tonight. You got Logan Spencer back here in the 9th position. Jeff Scott sitting here a lap down, trying to work his way up through the field in this small pack. Up front, though, it's a battle for 2nd as Peacock and McConnell battle, and caution is out. Wagner off track. Wagner having a very, very tough night here tonight. We'll see if he got kind of caught up or what exactly happened. Looked like it was just hard racing there. Brody may have come down across the nose. And that's exactly what happened. And Brody as well goes around. 30, tries to save it. Does a pretty decent job. Not sure exactly what caused him to go up into the wall when he came back out. No, he just got onto the gas a little too quick, and it cut it up there towards the top side wall. Bringing out our 3rd caution of the evening. Good evening, Josh. How's it going tonight?
Feels like everybody's slipping on ice tonight.
That's what it looks like, too.
Yeah. Hell, I even feel like I'm burning stuff up coming on the restarts a little bit, but I've learned to just kind of ease the pedal a little bit more.
Yeah, it seems like you guys have to really run that throttle a little lighter tonight, as it seems like you can't really punch it.
Yeah. A lot of people are trying to gain as much as they can while everybody's packed up, and I think that's what's getting everybody.
Yeah, it seems like you guys need to wait a lap or two before you can fully let the car have it to get them tires warmed up and connected with the racetrack.
Yeah, it's like I said earlier, man, it's just like being on ice out here.
I don't know what the uh, lack of better terms, the track is made of. I'm not. Is it concrete or is it asphalt here at Atlanta?
On this one, it's asphalt,
Okay.
so we should be good to go. I just pitted, and hopefully that'll get me to the end of this thing. We're gonna have stages at 40 and 81, so you get about 24 laps on a tank of fuel if you run it out.
Okay. So you'll
So
be set to go to the stage, you think?
I should be, but you know how that goes. A caution comes out, I might come down and take out a little bit more.
All right. Well, hopefully, yeah. We'll see how this stage goes for you, and hopefully drivers can settle down and hopefully get some green laps under our belt here.
Yeah, man, I was preaching to my team this week that it's tire saving. That's the best you could do is tire save here.
Yeah, it's definitely a tire-saving racetrack. Is they burn up quickly, like you said. But the other thing is, it doesn't seem like you guys can really put the power down early either.
Yeah, nah, man. Like I said, I'm just gonna try to take it easy and figure out what we can do, and hopefully, take this thing to victory lane again.
Alrighty, well, good luck to you.
Appreciate it.
That was Josh Cole out of Lost Boys Racing in the chat rooms here. Lights are still on the pace car. We'll see if lights go out as they cross the line this time to get everybody lined up. As everybody seems to have had a chance to pit and get around. Looks like Jeff Scott's back on the lead lap. Joseph Thomas has called in a night in that number 21 machine. Lamb McConnell, our control car at the moment, out there in the number 75 buck kicker machine. And like I said, lights are out on that pace car, so we're going to get ready to roll once again. Hopefully everybody's enjoying the broadcast so far. All right. Well, is Doug trying to VR or is Jeff running VR? Because I know they were saying they were trying to get Jeff's VR set up. So, or did I misread that? Let's make sure I got my facts straight. Oh no, they are. They're working on getting Doug's VR set up. So okay. So yeah, you are right there, Roughneck. They are working. Wagner is working from a VR here tonight, possibly for the first time here in that number 30 machine. So Jeff Scott there in the 38 as they roll by. Waylon McConnell gets a great restart out to that first position. Mike Schaefer up to second now as Josh Cole's falling back a little bit here as they're skating around. As Cole said, it's almost like a skating rink for some of these drivers, trying to keep them cars under control and underneath them. We got Schneider up here in the fourth. Daniel Scruggs now takes that fourth spot away, getting a great run there on the outside. Schneider down there on the inside, trying to work hard back on the bottom side. All right, Tim. Hopefully everybody you're enjoying the show so far here tonight. Schneider, I'm sorry, getting a little loose, coming down here off of corner number 2, down the backstretch into corner number 3. And it's going to be Waylon McConnell, still your race leader, as Mike Schaefer works through the corner here in second. Josh Cole third, but Daniel Scruggs making a move here, getting up there to the bumper of Cole as they work down here in the corner number 1 here at lap 22. And like I said earlier in the broadcast, for those that were paying attention, we are going to go completely silent here on lap 27. And in respect for Corey, and in relation to that 27 is the station number. He is from Buffalo BFD, or Buffalo Township Volunteer Fire Department. So at lap 27, we will be taking a moment of silence as we're working through lap 23 right now. Waylon McConnell up here in first with Mike Schaefer there in second. Josh Cole third. Daniel Scruggs there in fourth. Nathan Peacock there in fifth. James Wagner sixth. Rick Schneider in seventh. Jeff Scott eighth. Now, as he has fallen way back through the grid, Logan Spencer there in 10th. Terry Fennell up to is back here in 10th. Brandon Brody 11th, with Joseph Thomas out at 12th position. Lap 24 now on the books, as Waylon McConnell is your leader. Mike Schaefer there second. Josh Cole here in third, but he's got Scruggs underneath him coming down through 3 and 4. Down here through the short stretch into that was down back stretch. Now they're coming through 3 and 4. Back around to the front stretch as we're watching a battle here between Scruggs and Cole. Scruggs down there on the bottom side. Still nothing to be had yet for Scruggs as he's trying to chase that car down. And he's got Nathan Peacock breathing down his neck there in the number 72. And oh boy, they almost touched as they worked through 1 and 2. Back out here onto the backstretch. Down, carking their way to 3 and 4. And once again, they come into turn 3 here at lap 25. Josh Cole sitting here at third. Waylon McConnell out front, looking great at the moment, with Mike Schaefer there in second. Daniel Scruggs there in fourth. Nathan Peacock there in fifth. James Wagner sixth. Jeff Scott seventh. As it looks like Cole is doing all he can to hold on to that third position there in front of Scruggs. And Peacock trying to chase him down there in fifth, seeing if he can get up there to battle. And we're on lap 26. So when they come to the line this time out of 3 and 4, I'm going to go completely silent. And we are going to take a moment of silence for Corey. All right, as Waylon McConnell brings it across to make it lap 28 on the books now. Mike Schaefer here in second, with Josh Cole here in third, as we're riding on the rooftop here of Josh Cole from that roof cam. Working on, you can kind of see the way some of these cars are kind of sliding up that racetrack. You heard Cole say that in some areas it almost feels like it's a racetrack or an ice rink out there, and the cars are sliding around on skates. And here comes the number 14. Looking to the inside of Cole as we are winding down here. About 11 laps to go in the stage. As Wagner's back here in 6th. Jeff Scott in 7th. And we're on board with Jeff Scott as they're working down the backstretch here in the 3 and 4. Jeff Scott, James Wagner trying to see if they can work together to work up towards the front. Waylon McConnell still our race leader, with Mike Schaefer second. Josh Cole there in third. And look at this battle heating up now as Josh Cole's looking to the inside, getting a little slide action there, coming off a corner 2 as he's there in that 43 machine, trying to make something happen as he's up there on the outside now, with Scruggs looking to the inside as they come through 3 and 4. There's a good picture of Barney up there in the flag booth as they come screaming across. As Scruggs there trying to hold on, but Cole is working that high side now. Scruggs looking to see if he can make it 3 wide as he pushes that throttle and pushes into that middle, but does not quite have the room yet. Josh Cole brings it up into second place as Scruggs helped them get by, or I'm sorry, I'm pretty sure it was Scruggs up there helping them get by on that outside as Schaefer falls back to fourth. Josh Cole up to second. Daniel Scruggs up to third as they chase down McConnell. Jeff Scott in the pits. Now he's coming out of the pits. Some strategy playing going on there, I'm sure, as the 72 now of Nathan Peacock is working on the bottom side of Logan Spencer. Spencer trying to hold on to that sixth position as Peacock is there on that low side trying to get the run there. But it looks like that low slide's giving away a little bit to the higher side as Spencer gets around, and Rick Schneider's looking as though he's going to get around Nathan Peacock as well as they come storming down here into corner number one. Waylon McConnell up here still in first with Josh Cole second. Gap is closing here tonight for the Friggy Diggy Arca series, coming down here in the third, or into turn three. As Mike Schaefer there in fourth. James Wagner up to fifth right now as he's leading the second pack of cars down around the racetrack, down across the stripe, down into corner number one. Trying to see where a battle might be that we can look at, and it looks like this battle's still going on. Peacock way up against that outside wall as Schneider goes underneath, coming off of corner number two, down the backstretch, and it's going to be Schneider getting up there to sixth position, getting up there behind Wagner now. Wagner works his way off the corner here, coming around to the front stretch tri-oval. About 5 laps to go in the stage. Oh, Josh Cole made it around Waylon McConnell. He's now your leader. Daniel Scruggs there in third. Mike Schaefer there in fourth. James Wagner back here in fifth. Rick Schneider and Logan Spencer there in that seventh position. Nathan Peacock in the 72 has fallen back a little bit now. Off the pace as Logan Spencer got around, and he's working on Schneider coming down through the front stretch. Josh Cole still our race leader with McConnell second, Scruggs third, Schaefer fourth, Wagner here in fifth, Schneider there in sixth. And we're down to 4 laps to go, and look at Scruggs. Scruggs looks like he's going to get around McConnell coming up here in the second. As drivers coming around, and it's going to be 3 laps to go here in stage number one. Wagner up to fourth now as he worked his way around. Schneider falling back here to fifth. Logan Spencer still sitting here in sixth. Waylon McConnell in the number 75 came down the pit road, topping off for tires and fuel. Here comes the race leader, though, out of 4. We'll pick him up coming through the tri-oval. Scruggs there, right there with him. As they come down through turns 1 and 2. There you see the 75 of Waylon McConnell. Jeff Scott also a lap down at the moment. As we're on board with Scruggs coming down the backstretch, heading into corner number 3. And he's got a great run going here to see if he can get up there to Cole. Cole really don't have to worry too much about the win, as like we said before, and it's 1 lap to go here in the stage, if I'm thinking correctly. Josh Cole coming up there through the middle of 1 and 2. Down here through the backstretch. And they're side by side coming off of 2. But no, Scruggs has to pull back in line. In the corner number 3, here comes Scruggs back to the bottom side. Looking underneath Cole as they come through 3 and 4. And he does not quite have the momentum there as they come through the tri-oval. And it's going to be Cole for the stage win. And there it comes the flag. So this is your stage. Josh Cole being your stage 1 winner. Coming around in the back stretch to pick up Fred in that pace car. Scruggs finishing second here in the stage. Rick Schneider in fourth. Logan Spencer fifth. Nathan Peacock finishes sixth here in stage 1. Terry Fennell currently sitting seventh. Brendan Brody in eighth. Waylon McConnell here in ninth. And Jeff Scott back here in 10th. James Wagner sitting here on pit lane trying to get some repairs done. Currently down a lap as well. There's some stiff competition here for that Friggy Diggy Arca series. And here comes Josh Cole, Daniel Scruggs, Mike Schaefer, Rick Schneider, Logan Spencer, Taylor, Nathan Peacock, Terry Fennell, and Brendan Brody all coming down pit lane. Jeff Scott stayed out. Waylon McConnell currently stayed up. Looks like Jeff Scott may have got the lucky dog coming around the pace car. Waylon McConnell sitting there behind the pace car now. Lined up there hoping to get his lap back. James Wagner still sitting on pit road. Trying to see who's one lap down as I hear some radio chatter, but I'm not seeing a lap down machine. I'm seeing Wagner 2 laps down, and that would be all I'm showing at the moment. See if we can get with Josh Cole now after his pit stop. Good evening, Cole, once again. How's that stage 1 victory feel?
It feels pretty good there. I don't know if Daniel was on new tires or if he was on old tires. I didn't take tires that time down, but if he did the same as me, he's got a pretty fast car tonight.
Well, he does seem to be working his way through the field pretty well. I know there's always stiff competition out there with depending on the track you're at. Yeah.
Yeah, this is my home track, Atlanta, and I've always enjoyed racing here. I especially like the super speedway, but away at Atlanta's really fun. It shows really who can control the car on a loose end.
Well, like you said earlier in the interview we had with you, you said the car in some places feels like it's on a skating rink and you're sitting on skates.
Yeah, I mean, it's weird because, like, after you get about 10, 15 laps in, it's like when you enter the corners, it doesn't want to turn on entry, and then when you gas it up on exit, it wants to get out from below you, so. This will be a work in progress tonight, that's for sure.
So you're saying it's definitely a workout in that driver's seat tonight.
Oh, yeah, my hands have already shaken. And that's not because of my force feedback. I run the same force feedback for all these cars, or this car on every track, and it's gonna be numb after this one. I got a feeling.
Well, who's your shout out you'd like to give here for stage 1 victory?
My shout out is to Terry over there. I know he got a little shaken up there on that restart where he lost it, but Terry's been doing some hard work this week. He's really trying to get a win here tonight to lock him into the final 4, and I'm just proud of him of all the work he's been doing this week.
Well, it looks like he's currently sitting about 8th right now on the scoreboard, and the lights are out on that pace car, so you're about to catch that green flag from Barney again. So we're going to let you go and get back into the rhythm.
Yeah, I just hope it don't turn into an ice rink on the restart.
Fingers crossed.
All right, buddy.
All right, that was Josh Cole there, our stage 1 winner. In that number 43 Fligger Farm TV sponsored machine. Paint job done up by Regal Wraps. And again, sponsors for this league are 1% Designs, Keep Digging, and Admin Box. Definitely check that description out to see what things can happen. And it looks like the 72 of Nathan Peacock's having a little problems on the start. On that restart, ends up getting shuffled back. Everybody's kind of trying to hold it together. Wagner working his way back up through the field as he is a lap down at the moment. But he's showing that it don't matter if you're lap down or not. He's going to try to get it back the hard way as he slides it back up in front of that 00 of Terry Fennell and that Mountain Dew machine. Nathan, well, that was Brendan Brody now skating around down there on the inside of the racetrack. And Rick Schneider up here in third as Jeff Scott's there Josh Cole up there in first. Mike Schaefer there in second. Rick Schneider third. Daniel Scruggs there in fourth. Sorry if I'm getting some of these drivers out of order for a moment. As we're still running well here tonight for the Friggy Diggy Arca series. And I know a lot of people right now are possibly tuning into the news as well, keeping updates on what's going on with the whole Trump stuff. So if that's okay, you can come back to us and watch us later. I myself have that stuff recording, so I can go back and watch that stuff later, since I'm busy here in the booth at this moment in time. And like I said, if you're just tuning in, we want to give shout-outs to the family of Corey. You'll see the badge down there in the right-hand corner for Corey from Buffalo Volunteer Fire Department here in PA, who was killed protecting his family yesterday during the Trump rally. And everybody here at Flicker Farm TV and Friggy Diggy Arca, or the Friggy Diggy Racing League, rather, we all send our condolences and prayers out to the families. And just here having some fun at the racetrack the best we can here tonight. But definitely are definitely doing it with some heavy hearts here tonight. Josh Cole still out front. Mike Schaefer there in second. Daniel Scruggs there in third. Rick Schneider fourth. Willie McConnell sitting here in fifth with Terry Fennell there in sixth. Nathan Peacock in seventh. Brendan Brody there eighth with Jeff Scott in ninth. Yeah, everybody working off the corner here. Mike Schaefer there in second. Daniel Scruggs third. Rick Schneider fourth. With Waylon McConnell back here in fifth as everybody's working off of the corners here this evening, coming down the backstretch. Now in the corner number 3. As looks like Schaefer getting up there, going to try to give Cole a little run for the money. And Wagner, look where he's currently at. He's currently up there behind the second place driver, trying to get that lap back the hard way here at lap 51. The next stage will end at lap 81, so about 30 laps from now. As they come working down the backstretch. Mike Schaefer right at the bumper of Josh Cole as he comes working down here into the corner. Front to back. As looks like Schaefer is going to try to get a run there as he knows there comes Wagner. Wagner seems to be settling in now into that new VR system he has there tonight. As it seems like he's getting that car underway and onto the backstretch here. Really pushing hard to get Schaefer up there in the front. Jeff Scott is still on lead lap as he works down across the stripe down here in the corner number 1. So a little bit off of pace is Jeff Scott. So hopefully he can keep that pace going to stay ahead of the leaders as the leader is under fire now And the leader is Josh Cole, and he's under fire from Mike Schaefer in that number 29 machine as they come off the backstretch. Getting a little tight, little loose there for the number 29 of Schaefer. As Schneider is there up in third with Scruggs right behind him. Oh, there you see Wagner got around Schaefer. Now Wagner is there working on the leader to try to get that lap back the hard way here tonight at Atlanta. Cole's probably not going to want to race that number 30 too hard, as he is just a lap machine trying to get the lap back. So I wouldn't really worry too much about Wagner at this point in time. Yeah, they work off of the tri-oval down here in the one. There you see Wagner dropping to that bottom side. Cole going up top, kind of going to give way, I think, to Wagner as he comes off the corner. Wagner holding it down there on the bottom, side by side, as Wagner tries to get that lap back. Schaefer, though, sitting here in second. Schneider a little farther back in fourth as Scruggs got around. And it looks like Waylon McConnell is chasing down Schneider as well as they come through the tri-oval here tonight at Atlanta, back down here in the corner number one. Front to back so far, Josh Cole is the leader. Mike Schaefer here in second as we're on board here with Schaefer coming down the backstretch into corner number three. And it looks like Jeff Scott is still working his way back out onto the front stretch down through the tri-oval. And back down into corner number one. And there you see the gap back here to the leaders as they come across the tri-oval stripe and back down here into corner number one as well. So Scott's got to really figure something out. And Schaefer, he's got to back around Wagner. So Wagner kind of giving a little bit away to the leaders as Wagner ends up into that outside fence. Here comes Scruggs, though, sitting in third as they come down here. And it looks like Wagner's down there on the apron. Not sure what he's on the apron for as he works around to the pit lane. Unsure exactly what's going on with that number 30 machine. Josh Cole up here in first, Schaefer in second, Daniel Scruggs in third, Rick Schneider here in fourth, Waylon McConnell fifth. Those are your top five drivers. Next, in sixth, that is going to be Terry Fennell with Brendan Brody there in seventh. Nathan Peacock in eighth. Jeff Scott back here in ninth. Logan Spencer in 10th. James Wagner currently sitting there on pit lane in 30th. Wait a moment. We'll have to catch up with that to see what in the world is going on with Wagner as he's now down to 11th. And I can't pick him up anymore there on pit road. Wagner is out of this race as it stands now. And we got Josh Cole out front, Mike Schaefer there second, Daniel Scruggs in third. As they all work across the front stripe. Here comes Rick Schneider, Waylon McConnell there in fifth, Terry Fennell in sixth, Brendan Brody sitting here seventh, Nathan Peacock here in eighth. And since we're under green flag conditions, I'm not seeing any real stuff going on as Josh Cole is still our leader. Mike Schaefer, Daniel Scruggs, Rick Schneider here fourth, Waylon McConnell in fifth, Terry Fennell in sixth, Brendan Brody in seventh, Nathan Peacock here eighth, Jeff Scott in ninth. And we got about 20 laps before our before our stage ends. We're going to see if we can get a hold of see if we can get a hold of Wagner. Good evening, Wagner. How's it going? Yeah, Wagner.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Just I understand you were testing out your VR here tonight, and I noticed now that you're sitting on pit road. Just having problems with the VR, or exactly how would you describe your night going?
Yeah, it disconnected on me there like right when we put the stage brake, and I was 2 laps down. I just wanted to see if I could run them guys down, and I did. So I decided to just go ahead and quit for the night.
You going to help Jeff Scott try to get that machine up to the front
Oh yeah, I'm gonna try to. Yeah.
already? Well, congrats. It's great to see you. Hopefully, you're enjoying your first night here with Friggy Diggy, and we'll see you in more races.
Oh yeah, I'll be back next week.
All
My
right.
headset will be. Hopefully the VR will be right and won't be disconnected.
Hopefully, you'll get that VR figured out.
Yeah, it's the first time I ever run on it, so I thought I'd try it and disconnected on me, and then I come back in. But there's next week. There's also tomorrow night.
Yeah, hopefully you can get it figured out before you run tomorrow night and you don't have connection issues tomorrow night with it.
Yep. Hopefully.
Alrighty. Well, you have a great night there, Wagner, and we'll catch you tomorrow in the Roughneck uh, Gen 6.
Yep. Sounds good.
I heard Wagner having trying to get that VR settled in, and it disconnected on him. So he's trying. He's going to go back and try to help this guy here, Jeff Scott, up to the front. And at number 38, and he's currently on the lead lap as well. Terry Fennell now in that 00 coming down pit lane as Jeff Scott's coming around. We're on lap 65, so we're about midway through the stage. I guess midway would have been about lap 60. So if we're going by what Josh Cole possibly told us, you can get about 24 to 25 laps out of a tank of fuel. So we're getting about that, getting to about that time frame as we see Scott now coming down here onto the apron, letting room around for Josh Cole. We'll see if he comes in this time, and it looks like he is. And also Josh Cole comes in, so that's going to hand the lead over to Mike Schaefer in that number 29 machine as they come to the stripe and down here in the corner number 1. And trying to see who we got down here on the inside of the track. That's Brendan Brody there, Logan Spencer, Terry Fennell, Mike Schaefer's our leader with Daniel Scruggs here in second. Everybody's trying to get around, trying to save fuel, and it looks like Schaefer and Scruggs are coming in this time. And here comes the race off of pit road, and it's going to be, looks like Josh Cole beating everybody off of pit lane at the moment. And the lead is, the scoring loop still has Mike Schaefer and Daniel Scruggs first, second. Josh Cole third as they come off of the pit road. Logan Spencer pitted at lap 48, so he'll be coming in here in a few more laps, I would think. As Nathan Peacock now rolls out pit road. Jeff Scott out here in at 38. Still on, I'm sorry, no, he's lapped down now. As Schaefer comes back off pit road. Here comes Scruggs. Josh Cole coming down here into turns 1 and 2. Where is Scruggs and Scruggs and Schaefer? Schaefer just now coming out onto the racetrack. Here comes Cole. Cole is at full song. Schaefer still trying to get that car up to speed. And we're going to see what type of move it'll take for Josh Cole to get up there and battle Schaefer here for this stage 2 as they come roaring off of corner number 4. And you can see how much quicker the speed is off of that 43 machine. He's closing in on Schaefer. And we'll see if Schaefer moves up and Josh Cole will take the bottom as they come through 1 and 2. And Cole's going to go around Schaefer without much issue. As here comes Schneider now in at 03. He's stuck behind Jeff Scott. Jeff Scott, the first car, 1 lap down. So looking for that caution flag to come out and put him back on the lead lap. As here comes Mike Schaefer now to the inside of the 75, Willie McConnell. Willie McConnell doing what he can to try to keep a hold of what position he has. As Schneider's working, or I'm sorry, Schaefer works around him, trying to get back up there to Cole. Here comes Schaefer, Rick Schneider in third, Daniel Scruggs fourth, Brendan Brody there in fifth, Logan Spencer in sixth with Terry Fennell in seventh, Jeff Scott eighth, Waylon McConnell back here in ninth, doing what he can to try to hang on to it. As it looks like the drivers are starting to actually settle in here tonight at lap 71 on the books right now. Everybody's getting spaced out little by little. Down to Scruggs there in fourth. Trying to see if I can find something here for everybody. See if I can get everything up as we're rolling around here. You're seeing Scruggs there. As we're trying to get something here for the viewers who are watching. Give me a moment while I move this way for a quick moment. If anybody's interested, there is the GoFundMe link in the comments. For all those that may be interested in helping the family there tonight. So that is on the comments on YouTube. And Josh Cole still our race leader out there as he's working his way around Peacock, or I'm sorry, not Peacock, Spencer in that number 89. Mike Schaefer losing ground on Cole. Cole gaining some real big gaps right now as he's about 13 seconds out ahead of Schaefer. Schaefer about 2 seconds ahead of third place of Schneider. Brody back here quite a little more ways. So let's see if we can get you guys a track map. I know that's sometimes not, it doesn't always work, but it's working tonight. And you can kind of see how spread out these drivers are as Josh Cole is up there in that number 43 machine coming across the stripe now. Mike Schaefer in that number 29 is coming through turn number 3 at the moment. And as that 43 is coming through 1 and 2, they're about a half a track different between Schaefer and Cole. Schneider sitting here in the 03 trying to chase down Schaefer. Brody coming across the finish line now with the 14 of Scruggs right there with him. Around here in the corner, 1 and 2. There goes Scruggs to the inside of Brody. I'm trying to keep track of where battles might be going on. And the 14 getting a little loose coming off of 2. Has to collect it back up and back up here into corner number 3. Josh Cole still our leader. Terry Fennell there up to is in 6th. Jeff Scott sitting here 7th. Still first car, 1 lap down. 3 drivers out of the race tonight. That's Wagner, Thomas, and Lawrence. And Lawrence, for all you that are news to the league, is our race controller here in the league. So that would be why you don't see Chris out there on track. And again, all those that are watching, we're here watching with heavy hearts tonight for Corey, as he was killed protecting his family at the Trump rally yesterday. And we were able to find a GoFundMe link, and it is in the YouTube comments over at Fligger Farm TV. Caution is out here at lap number 81, and that's going to restack them up. Jeff Scott possibly getting that much needed wave around to get him back onto the lead lap. And Josh Cole once again with that lap, or with that stage win. Good evening, Josh. Once again, how's it going?
I'm just out here cruising, buddy.
It certainly looks like it. You had about 14 seconds gap over top of second place Schaefer.
Yeah, I just ran my fastest lap during that run, so hopefully I can keep gaining speed while also not lose a tire.
Well, we know Atlanta is tire hungry.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, this track will eat up your tires if you're not careful. That's for sure.
Well, and definitely, if your tires are ate up, you lose speed.
Oh yeah, big time. But yeah, I selected to not take tires that first stage so I can have a set left for the last stage.
Well, I know that's kind of your strategy, and it seems to play out pretty well for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, I know as people are pushing it, like especially, I've been kind of easily breaking it, going into the corners, kind of get to that bottom a little bit better, and I notice a lot of people are pushing it and drifting up the track, so hopefully this all works out for me and I can just cruise along.
Well, you really don't have too much on the line tonight to really worry too much about, if I remember correctly, because you already have your win to lock you into the next round.
Yeah, like I told you last week, man, it's gonna be everybody chasing me next week. I'm super excited for next week. I want to claim the championship. It was off to a rocky start at the beginning of the season, man. I just was catching bad luck, or I'd have a bad pit stop or something like that. And these past probably 6 weeks, have been just phenomenal. So I hope to keep that up.
Well, if you want your season to turn around on you, and you want it to turn around for the playoffs, you can start bad and still end up good, and that's kind of where you're sitting at the moment.
Yeah, it was weird because I think I got my first win like 2 weeks before playoffs started, and then next thing you know, I'm winning back-to-back races, and I was like, I just can't believe this.
Well, it seems like that car is really coming to you tonight, and does it still in areas feel like you're on a skating rink, or is it coming to you a little bit more?
At the beginning of the run, I mean, obviously with cold tires, it slides around just a little bit, so you kind of have to tiptoe around it, try not to turn as much to save some tire for the end. But about mid-run is where I feel the best because I can get on the gas and it gets a little tight, so I can drift up to the wall from the bottom side. So I'm gonna keep trying that, and just I kind of just tap the brake for maybe a second or two going into the corners, and that's been helping me out a lot.
Well, we'll keep an eye on that Fligger Farm TV 43 machine to see if it gets back to victory lane once again this week.
Oh yeah, I would love it.
Alrighty, well, you have a great third stage here.
Oh yeah, buddy, I appreciate it. Like I said, just saving that set of tires might be the difference tonight.
Well, I know you're trying to get your teammate Terry up there. Is his car coming to him at all yet, or is he you still struggling to
Well,
get him up?
Terry had a lot of damage, and he decided to not take his fast repair yet, just in case something happens along the way. I think he's got most of his car fixed now, and hopefully he'll gain some speed. 'Cause Terry is really quick during practice, so hopefully I can get him back up here. And I've been trying to work with him throughout the race, and he's on the same strategy I am with the extra set.
Alrighty, well, good luck to you. It looks like lights are out, so you're going to be back racing here momentarily. So good luck
Yes,
here in
sir.
stage 3.
Appreciate it.
Alrighty. So this is going to be the start of stage 3 here tonight.
Green flag.
Green flag is out, down, and away. As they work through turns 1 and 2 here tonight. Back here in stage number 3. Josh Cole up here into first, or up here into first position. Mike Shaper trying to chase him down in that number 29. And as you heard, he thinks some of these from Cole, some of these other drivers may be pushing it a little extra hard, which may be burning their tires and stuff up a little quicker than what maybe they would like to do. And seems like Josh has got this track figured out some here tonight. And once again, we're having some goopy problem here, so we're gonna switch to this. We're still watching that battle for the lead coming down here into the backstretch as Shaper's trying to chase down Cole. Hopefully everybody's enjoying everything going on so far. As we're still watching this lead take place here. Yeah, and it looks like everybody holding on here as we're looking back here. It looks like Scruggs is going to get, or I'm sorry, not Scruggs, Schneider's going to get a little bit of a run there from the 75 of McConnell. And McConnell's trying to get his lap back. And up here into the Daniel Scruggs up here in the fourth. Jeff Scott here in third now. As Scott's having a really good run now here in stage number 3 here at lap 92. As he's trying to work his way back towards the front. And coming down here into the backstretch here at lap 95, still Josh Cole as our leader. Jeff Scott there in third. Sorry, my voice is kind of giving out here as I'm trying to gain on what's going on here on track to see if I can find some positions for you. Brendan Brody back here in sixth. And as they come around here into the front stretch, it's still going to be Josh Cole, Mike Schaefer there in second, Jeff Scott sitting third, Brendan Brody fourth here at lap 162 laps or 63 laps to go here tonight in the Friggy Diggy Arca series. And down here in the corner, number 1 and 2. And it's still Josh Cole as we're on board here with the Mountain Dew 00 machine of Terry Fennell. And I'm not seeing much battles going on the racetrack right now. I'm trying to see here where the best action is. Maybe if I click this, maybe that'll help us look around as we're looking here at Rick Schneider coming in, trying to chase down Brendan Brody for that 4th position. And down here into the corner, there you go once again for that Friggy Diggy Arca series. We're looking there at Josh Coles. He's still got the gap over this driver. Mike Schaefer working down here into the corner now as well. There's only a 2-second gap now, but we saw how quickly that that went over. Everybody doing what they can here tonight to try to get something to go on here. And here comes Mike Schaefer in. And here we go as Cole drops down here into pit lane. And comes off pit lane rather here at lap 108. Mike Schaefer here also. Rick Schneider pitted a lap earlier at 107 and is still sitting third. Jeff Scott brings it up into fourth, as he has done a really great job here in that number 38 machine here tonight. Brandon Brody up to fifth. Terry Fennell here in sixth. Waylon McConnell in seventh. Logan Spencer brings it down on the pit road now in that number 89 machine here tonight. And once again, I'm sorry there if I went a little quiet. I was trying to catch my breath, get a little bit here to drink. Like I said, I'm here in the booth with a heavy heart tonight, as we lost a local Buffalo Township fireman here tonight, or not tonight, but yesterday during the whole Trump rally shooting that happened here in my local town. I can't believe that it happened in my little town. Josh Cole out front, and here comes Mike Schaefer there in second as they run here down into the backstretch, front to back, and they're racing as hard as they can. Here as they come storming down into the corner. Side by side, almost here coming off the corner as Schaefer's trying to run that high line. Cole, though, has tried to see if he can find something to help save his tires down there on the low side. And from my calculations, there's going to be at least one more pit stop before this thing is over at lap 162. As we heard, Cole, and it seems to be holding true, that fuel seems to be about 24 to 30 laps. Somewhere in that window seems to be our fuel range. As drivers are now coming down here in the corner number one, or coming out of corner number 4. Schaefer has the lead over Cole as we saw the pass happen there. Rick Schneider up here in the fourth as Jeff Scott got around him up to third now as they come storming back down here in the corner number 1. The 14 of Daniel Scruggs, he was fast early on, but has slowly fallen back off his own pace. Back here a lap down now. In ninth position, Nathan Peacock on pit road in that number 72. 3 drivers out. That is Wagner, Thomas, and Lawrence is technically out, but he is our race control here for the Friggy Diggy Arca series. As we're seeing there, the 43 of Josh Cole. There's the 38 of Jeff Scott. Rick Schneider there in fourth. Brendan Brody there in fifth. As we're we're looking at Brendan Brody now off the corner here, trying to get around Schneider for that fourth position. Jeff Scott still sitting nicely in third. Cole there in second, losing ground to Schaefer. As we jump back here to Schneider once again, here comes Terry Fennell up there in that 00. Waylon McConnell sitting in seventh. He is your first car, 1 lap down. But but he is about to go a lap down as the lead lap cars are catching him. As right behind him is Mike Schaefer in that number 29 Goodwrench machine here tonight. Front to back, there's a good shot of Barney once again as they come down across the stripe. Mike Schaefer. Hail your leader as Josh Cole's trying to save his tires, doing all he can to try to get to the end of this one and put up there in the victory lane Brendan Brody up there in 4th. Rick Schneider 5th. Terry Fennell there in 6th. Waylon McConnell in 7th. But about to go a lap down to that man there in the number 29, Mike Schaefer. Peacock still sitting in the pit road. Not sure if he's just not having a good night. Oh, okay. Yeah, he done blown up as he's waiting for some repair on that number 72. You can see all the smoke pouring out of the engine on that machine as his night is done most likely. So he's just going to sit there in pit road and try to help his teammates the best he can from that perspective as we're on board with Jeff Scott coming down the backstretch. Josh Cole, Mike Schaefer out here up front. Brendan Brody now looks to the inside of Jeff Scott and is going to overtake and take that spot away from Jeff Scott. That's going, well, not quite, as Brody is there holding that bottom strong, coming back down here into corner number 1. And oh no, Scott into the wall here in corner number 1. Keeps it together though. No caution will come out as he gets it back underway. But that was a hard lick there for that number 38 machine as he got into the outside wall and got some damage to the front of that machine. That may come back to hurt him just a little bit as we got Rick Schneider chasing him down now there in that number 03 and a 00 of Terry Fennell in that 6th machine. Waylon McConnell back here in that 7th spot, still trying to hold on. Jeff Scott to pit lane as he comes in and gets that car repaired and goes a lap down. Mike Schaefer there in front with Josh Cole in 2nd. The way these drivers are running now, I'd be surprised if we see another caution. Now watch me have just jinxed ourselves here tonight. As Brendan Brody there in 3, Terry Fennell there in 4th, Rick Schneider in the pit lane. Here comes Schaefer, Scott, coming out of pit lane here at lap 120. So unfortunately, I do not think Scott can make it to the end without some serious tire saving. Daniel Scruggs last pitted at lap 96, so this is going to be interesting as he's last pitted at lap 96, so this is going to be interesting. The different the different pitch strategies going on right now here as we're closing in on the end of this one slowly. As we are on lap 124 here for the Friggy Diggy Arca series here tonight. Terry Fennell there in 4th. Waylon McConnell there 5th. Rick Schneider in 6th. Jeff Scott now back here in 7th as he tries to keep there up against Schneider to try to get up there to get a lap back if he can get a caution to work in his favor. Currently out front, though, it's Mike Schaefer with Josh Cole there in 2nd here at lap 125. We're going a distance of 162, and with 125 on the books right now is what we're currently working on. Come through 3 and 4. Mike Schaefer there, you see, looking down there on the apron almost. And we'll see if he comes in this time. And he does not. And he's going to let that 75 of Waylon McConnell by. And I think Schaefer may be looking to come into the pits this time by. We'll see as they work around here. Josh Cole out front. And we got a bunch of them getting together back here. Bunch of lap cars there around Schaefer. As you'll see, the 38 coming down to the bottom side. Along with, who was that other car? There's one more car there in the mix. That's the 89 of Spencer. As Spencer now comes along, and there you see the 75 of McConnell getting out of the way of Scott. As Schaefer still out there on the racetrack trying to get around these lap cars. And Scott is right there skating around, getting loose, and he holds on to it coming out of 2. Oh, lap 127, currently working on 162. Cole still out front. Now he's starting to put a little bit more gap between him and Schaefer, like he did towards the end of stage number 1, or stage number 2, rather. As you'll see, Schaefer battling here, trying to keep that car going forward. Brody in 3rd now. Fennel up to 4th. McCall up to 5th, but is a lap down. So your top 4 drivers are the only ones on the lead lap right now. As Cole is doing everything he can to try to work his way through the lap traffic, actually leading lap traffic right now. As we're on lap 129, once again, there's Josh Cole, Mike Schaefer there in the number 29. Brandon Brody, the sitting 3rd with Terry Fennel 4th, Willie McConnell 5th, Rick Schneider in 6th, Jeff Scott in 7th. And once again, we'll show you the point standings here as they come into the playoff picture here. This is your top 8 currently battling it out. Josh Cole has a win to move him on into the next round. But he's looking to see if he can capture a win here at his home track of Atlanta. Mike Schaefer here in 2nd tonight, and in the points, he's sitting 4th. Brendan Brody, he's 5th in the points, currently sitting 3rd on the racetrack. Terry Fennel in 4th. Terry Fennel sitting there tied for 6th with Joseph Thomas. Joseph Thomas exited early in this one. Your points stands here at the beginning of the race tonight. As we see Brendan Brody coming into pit road for his pit stop. Here comes Terry Fennel coming in for his pit stop. Josh Cole, Mike Schaefer still out on track. Mike Schaefer, though, looks like he's got a little bit of damage to that right side front of the car. As you'll see when he comes around, there's that tire sticking out a little oddly there on that side as he brings it in the pit lane. That's going to be a decision now for Cole, as Waylon McConnell out here in that number 75, last pitted at lap 108, along with Josh Cole. And Jeff Scott's right there on the bumper of Josh Cole as he's going to try to get the lap back. Or, I'm sorry, he just went a lap down again. So Scott, I think, is 2 laps down. And I am correct in that. Scott is 2 laps down, but he don't want to be 2 laps down as he goes back to the outside of the 43 as they work back down here in the corner number 1. And there you see, we got Cole, the only one on the lead lap as it stands at the moment. What an interesting turn of events right now as Cole has effectively lapped everybody in the field. And how's this going to play out now when it comes time for pit stops? Because there is Waylon McConnell in that number 75. He is a lap plus some, sitting there in 2nd. Now, for some reason, a caution will come out. That would trap everybody a lap down, and Josh Cole would be able to come in and get a pit stop and have a lap advantage over everybody. I'm kind of curious to see how long he's going to push it as we're below 30 to go. Creeping in on about 26 to go here. I think it'll be 26 to go next time by. If my math is adding up. If not, my mind's a little goofy. So it looks like it looks like Cole is dropping to the apron. He is coming in this time. here at lap 135, skating it on the pit road. Whoa, boy, keep it under control. And here comes Rick Schneider now. He's going to take that spot and take a lap back. Schaefer taking a lap back. Brody taking his lap back. Jeff Scott taking a lap back. Or, I'm sorry, no. Jeff Scott not taking a lap back at the moment, as he was 2 laps down to Cole. And we'll see how this plays out as everybody comes back around here. As Josh Cole still sitting on pit road. Everybody coming back here onto the front stretch. And now we'll see here. It is going to be Schneider overtaking the lead. Josh Cole still sitting on pit road. Mike Schaefer now up to second. Brody up to third now. And Jeff Scott, he's going to see if he can capture another lap back as well. Not sure what happened. Oh, I bet you I do know what happened to Cole. He might have been caught speeding coming down pit road. So that took him from being a lap ahead to a lap behind now. As Rick Schneider there in front in first. Right now with 26 laps to go in the Friggy Diggy Arca series. And a costly mistake there by Josh Cole, as I'm pretty positive he was caught speeding entering pit lane. And we got Spencer coming back in. Rick Schneider last pitted at lap 121. He possibly can make it. Schaefer might be possibly make it. Brody can make it. Jeff Scott pitted at lap 120, possibly can make it to the end. Terry Fennell sitting here in fifth, pitted at lap 130, possibly can make it to the end. This is going to get interesting as Schneider's out front, Schaefer there in second, Brody there in third. And I'm pretty positive Josh Cole handed this one over with a costly mistake entering pit road here tonight. And it was his so-called money stop as well. So not what he wanted to see happen in the entrance to pit lane. As we got everybody bundled up here trying to find their final positions. Jeff Scott currently sitting fourth. Waylon McConnell sitting fifth. Terry Fennell back here in sixth. Josh Cole in seventh now. Daniel Scruggs here in ninth. Logan Spencer in eighth. As Josh Cole is a lap down to Rick Schneider. He's got around everybody else, but he's still a lap down to Schneider, and he's gaining on him. But that still means he's still got a lap to catch him. So this is going to be quite interesting to see how, like I said, how this plays out. As Cole's doing all he can. He's pushing harder now and going around. Here he comes, getting around Mike Schaefer now for that lap. Putting him back on the lead lap. But he's still got a lot of racing to do to try to get back around there to get himself into a podium position. As he's coming across the stripe now, trying to chase down the next one in his line. The number 75 of Waylon McConnell. So he may get up there into the top 5. Not sure if he's going to get any farther than that for that 43 machine, as we only got 21 laps to go as they work down here through 3 and 4. As we're all front to back, Rick Schneider there in second. Rick Schneider first, Mike Schaefer in second. And here comes Rick Schneider into pit lane. And he's got to get it locked up and down to pit road speed. And it looks like he did an okay job at it. Mike Schaefer pitted at lap 131. as he works his way around the racetrack now, holding on to that front. And hold on to it, Brody. Brody getting loose, coming through 3 and 4 back air on under the front stretch. And it's 19 laps to go here in the Friggy Diggy Arca Series. William McConnell here in third. Jeff Scott fourth. Josh Cole fifth. Rick Schneider here in sixth. Brandon Brody there in second. William McConnell there in third. Everybody working through the pack now onto the front stretch. And here we go. Brandon Brody down here in the pit lane now. That's going to help Josh Cole out. Jeff Scott on pit lane as well. Mike Schaefer out front. So this, like I said, this is getting interesting, not to say the least, as Josh Cole is going to get back up here in the third as Brody. And it looks like Schaefer's coming to pit road. Oh, boy. So now we got McConnell here in the 75, who last pitted at lap 133. Now, Josh Cole pitted at lap 135. And we got 17 laps to go. This is getting interesting, as Cole's looking to put Scruggs another lap down to him. As they work off a two, hang on to it there, Scruggs. As they work off, Cole gets him another lap down, sitting second now. William McConnell up here in first as he's coming across the line. Here comes Josh Cole off of 4 now. So he's slowly closing that gap, as it's a 7-second gap. We'll see if that can close this lap or not as he works through 1 and 2 here. 7.25 second gap is what it is, coming down the backstretch. And it gains a little bit as McConnell works through 3 and 4. As he's now almost up to an 8-second gap. So Cole losing some time to McConnell. With 15 laps to go here this evening at Atlanta for the Friggy Diggy Arca Series. And hopefully everybody is enjoying the racing so far. And like I said earlier through the broadcast, all our condolences and prayers go out to the family of Corey. As you see the Buffalo Township badge there on the bottom right of your screen with Corey's name there above it. He was one of the, he was the one killed yesterday at the Trump rally here in Butler, PA. So all our thoughts and prayers go out to the family. All our condolences out to the family. Along with Friggy Diggy Racing League sends all their prayers and condolences out to the family as well. And once again, our sponsors here this evening are 1% Designs, Keep Digging, and Admin Box. William McConnell coming to pit lane. Josh Cole now. He's going to retake the lead here with 13 laps to go. Does he have the fuel since everybody else pitted at lap 140 plus? And the other one that pitted before lap 140 is Logan Spencer, and he's up here into the outside wall, get damage to that right front. So Josh Cole now up here in front as he's starting to come back around turns 3 and 4. And it looks like McConnell finishing his pit stop, trying to come off a pit lane. But here comes Cole. He's going to put McConnell a lap down most likely. As here he comes off of pit road, and there goes Cole around the outside, working his way through 2, back out here onto the backstretch. So that's going to leave 4 of them on the lead lap. Schneider, Schaefer, and Brody all on the lead lap as it stands right now. Jeff Scott going down a lap to Brody as they work off of corner number 2. And Cole working through 3 and 4. And he's got the 03 of Schneider right there behind him. And Schneider's looking to the inside. Schneider having a great run here tonight at Atlanta as he made the pass and has the lead as they come across the scoring loop. They're off of turn number 4. Now they're coming off of turn number 2 on the backstretch here. Coming across the scoring loop there, and it's going to be Schneider out front for sure now as Josh Cole is here running second. And he's going to make sure he doesn't burn those tires up here with 11 laps to go. Schneider, though, a little bit fresher tire, about 10 laps fresher tires there for Schneider over top of Cole. Schaefer, he's also got fresher tires than Cole, as Cole's got some older tires out there. And here comes the 75 of Waylon McConnell. He's going to try to get up there and try to battle a little bit with these leaders and see if he can get up there and make something happen with that number 75. Even though he's a lap down, he's still sitting in 5th, and he'd like to try to get back on the lead lap. But he's going to try to at least run in the draft of the front 2 drivers here with 9 laps to go. Rick Schneider there in front with Josh Cole second, Mike Schaefer back here in third. Getting a little loose coming off a 2, bringing it back up to the wall, and he does definitely have some right front damage to that number 29 as Josh Cole is coming through 3 and 4. There goes the 75 on by, unlapping himself from Cole. He's going to look to do the same up here with Rick Schneider, but I'm not sure if he's going to, as they both pitted at the same lap thereabouts, I think. Or no. McConnell come in at lap 149. Schneider come in at lap 142. So Cole hanging on to second as it stands right now, hoping that Schneider burns his stuff off as they come off of 4 back down here onto the front stretch. 7 laps to go here in the Friggy Diggy Arca series from Atlanta here this evening. Once again, definitely check out the descriptions for some offerings from the league's sponsors, 1% Designs, Admin Box, and Keep Digging. And as you see, Waylon McConnell keep digging here and getting around Schneider. He's now back on the lead lap. And it looks like Spencer brings it onto the pit lane. Same with Scruggs. Peacock still sitting there with that broken race car. Cole here in second. Now everybody pitted at lap 140 or later now. With 6 laps to go, it is still Schneider out front, Cole in second, Schaefer there in third, Brody sitting back here in 4th with McConnell in 5th, just a little bit in front of the leader as they come through 3 and 4 here tonight. Rick Schneider in that 03, trying to chase him back down, but not really wanting to push too hard. He doesn't want to burn them tires up. As we heard from Josh Cole from stage 1 and 2, and a little bit before stage 1, say tires is key here tonight at Atlanta, as Atlanta really, really likes tires for dinner. Back down here in the corner, number 3, Josh Cole there second, Mike Schaefer third, Brendan Brody 4th, Rick Schneider, still your race leader out there in front. Leading this race, coming back down here in the corner, number 1. With 4 laps to go now. And for anybody that might be interested and is watching on YouTube, Fleeger Farm TV, within the comments is the GoFundMe to help support the family of Corey. Definitely, like I said, we're sitting here in the booth with heavy hearts tonight, a little stunned and shocked of the events of yesterday evening. Josh Cole sitting second, Mike Schaefer there third, Brandon Brody fourth, Waylon McConnell in 5th. Those are your top 5 drivers. And Terry Fennell 6th, Jeff Scott there in 7th. Logan Spencer, pit road in 8th. Daniel Scruggs in pit road there in 9th. Nathan Peacock blown up, sitting 10th. James Wagner out. Joseph Thomas is out. They're both 11th and 12th. 2 laps to go here for Schneider. Josh Cole, if he wants to make a move, he's going to make it quickly. But I think he's just lost too much ground on that number 3 machine of Schneider as they come working off a 2 onto the backstretch. And Schneider going into turn number 3 as the 43 of Cole gets to the middle, and now he enters. So he's about a quarter of a turn. He's about a half a turn behind Schneider as Schneider comes around and takes the white flag as he comes through the trioval. Final lap here at Atlanta for the Friggy Diggy Arca Series. Now down here in the corner number 1 comes Schneider. Off of turn number 2, down the backstretch for the final time here at Atlanta for the Arca Series here this evening. Once we get down here into the corner, it's still gonna be Schneider for it. And looks like Josh Cole brought it to pit lane. So that's going to bring Brody up here in the 2nd position. Schaefer up in the 3rd. And more change of events here as Josh Cole has to come back out, and he'll end up finishing 5th as Rick Schneider takes the checkered flag here tonight. So Josh Cole, even though he looked strong, just did not have quite the strategy to pull off the win here tonight at Atlanta, his home track. And finishing right behind him is the 00 of Terry Fennell, at least 1 lap down. Oh, there you see Rick Schneider in that 03 machine. And we're waiting for all the official results to come in. Here they are. Rick Schneider first. Brendan Brody second. Mike Schaefer third. Waylon McConnell will finish 4th. Josh Cole will finish 5th. In 6th position finishing is Terry Fennell. Jeff Scott in 7th. Logan Spencer finishes 8th. Daniel Scruggs 9th. Nathan Peacock finishes 10th. James Wagner finishes tonight in 11th. And Joseph Thomas finishes 12th. Chris Lawrence, shout out to him for being a good race controller here tonight for the Friggy Diggy Arca Series. As we see, Rick Schneider pulling it down here on the pit lane after doing a little bit of a burnout. And we'll see if we got a hold of our winners here this evening. And we're going to start off with Mike Schaefer if we can. Good evening, Mike. How's it going?
Good, Adam. How are you?
I'm doing well, and you pulled off a 3rd place. Were you kind of is that kind of unexpected for you, or?
I was hoping to be a little higher. Just on 148, had them 2 guys pull right in front of me. I locked them up, and it just killed my tires.
Yeah, as we heard from Cole through stage 1 and 2, he was definitely saying Atlanta really loves tires for dessert.
Oh, it does. It does.
So, take us kind of through your night. How bad was your car ice skating tonight? As we've heard from a couple drivers saying that it was kind of like an ice rink.
Yeah, it started off that way, but longer into the run, 3rd stage there, I can make them last a little longer, so wasn't too bad.
Well, you guys had a little bit of trouble trying to get underway and get started here tonight. But once you got underway, it seems like everything kind of worked out and smoothed out towards the end.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was a great race.
Well, it definitely was. And I know at one point, Cole had everybody 1 lap down. Then he came into pit lane. I think he ended up speeding on the entrance of pit lane.
Oh, no.
And I think that's why he ended up getting held over.
Right.
And let everybody get their laps back plus some.
Yeah, that's a rare mistake by him. When it happens, you got to capitalize.
And you guys definitely did. As Cole definitely had a car to beat tonight.
Absolutely. He always does.
But this, I think this will lock a third driver into the playoffs tonight of Schneider. So congrats to him. Who's your sponsors you'd like to give a shout out to, or your shout outs you'd like to give to tonight for helping you get a third
Just
place
want to
finish?
say congrats to Rick. Good job, Waylon, coming back. I think he finished 4th.
He did.
Yeah, my guys did great. Just proud of everybody.
Well, you definitely worked hard to get back up there in the third position, and well deserved. Just too bad you couldn't get a little bit farther up. Are you going to have a little bit of momentum, you think, going into next week, or?
I think so. Yeah, I'm excited. In the past, I've run well at Homestead, so we'll see how next week goes.
Josh Cole's commenting in the chat room. He says, "Don't let these guys tell you I'm fast." So, but it looks like you guys are heading to Homestead.
Yeah.
For the final race.
Yeah, that should be a good one.
Is it hard to believe you're at the end of the season already?
Yeah. Yeah, be nice break. I guess until maybe the fall or so.
Well, I know I've had my pleasure of sitting here broadcasting everybody. It's been great racing week in and week out. So hopefully over the off season you can gain more members, and maybe, who knows, we'll be back again next season. I know there's been some chit chat whether or not it's going to happen, but it'll be interesting to see if we come back or not.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're great guys to race with. So I hope it all works out.
Most definitely. And you have yourself a great night there, Mike. Enjoy your third place victory.
All right. Appreciate it, buddy.
Well, that was Mike Schaefer. We'll see if we can get with our second place finisher, Brendan Brody, out of Co-op Motorsports. Good evening there, Brody. How's it going?
Oh, we're going pretty good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. This is Adam up in the booth. How do you think how do you feel your night went tonight, finishing second?
Well, if you would have told me at the beginning of the race I would have finished second, I would have told you that you're crazy because I'm away from home right now. I'm on a controller instead of my normal setup. So getting second on a controller is pretty amazing, honestly. And having a shot there to win there for a while was pretty great.
Well, I know everybody was kind of chasing Cole down there for a while, but I think a mistake on pit road cost him more than what he was hoping. But you come away with second in that Brody Farms machine. It's a great looking number 4 machine to be able to put up there into the podium position.
Yeah, it looks great. I got some changes I want to make to it, but I'm just sad I don't think I'm going to make it to the championship 4. I needed that one more spot there to get that win in advance, but still a solid season for my first year here, and I can't wait for next season.
Yeah, we'll see how the points play out because you needed to get ahead of Schaefer's. And Schaefer finished third tonight, so it's going to be interesting to see how the points come down. But you're probably right. You might be just on the outside looking in.
Yep.
So, because we got 3 drivers definitely locked in, and the battle for fourth going on.
Yeah, Schaefer did a great job today. He got a lot more stage points than I did throughout the day, and then he finished right behind me. So I don't think there's really a chance I can get ahead of him here. So good luck to him, and good luck to everybody in the championship 4.
Well, maybe you can come along and be a spoiler to somebody in the championship race.
Yeah, for sure.
How confident are you at Homestead?
Oh, I've been practicing there for a couple of weeks here, and I think we're pretty good. Of course, I don't know how good everybody else is there, but I think I got a shot at the win, and I'm definitely not backing out for anyone in the championship 4. I'm going for
it. Well, definitely you want to go for it, I'm sure. So who's your shout-out you'd like to give tonight, sponsors or otherwise, for helping you get up
I'd
into
like
that second place.
like to shout out Chevy for providing this amazing race car, and Brody Farms, and then the Brodi 98 YouTube channel.
Well, it was definitely fun to be here watching you so far this season, and we'll see you at Homestead next week. Hopefully, you can try to pull off a win or at least get up into the podium once again.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you.
Ready. You have a great night there, Brody, and we'll see you next week. That was Brody, our second place finisher. We'll see if we can get a hold of Rick Schneider now, our race winner. Good evening, Rick. How's it going?
Hey, buddy, how are you?
I'm doing well. You must be feeling pretty good getting the victory here tonight.
Yeah, I sure am, man. I sure am. It's I think the second or third win for me this season, and off to Homestead we go.
Off to Homestead you go. That is right, and that is next week's race. So you feel pretty confident going into the final race of the season?
Yeah, I do. You know, we've been racing pretty good all year and getting better and better each time that we race with all these guys. Just having a blast. Can't wait for Homestead.
So I was asking the other drivers this as well. I've been hearing a little bit that Atlanta was a little bit icy tonight. I was curious to know what your thoughts on that was.
Yeah, very. Yeah, from the get-go it was just sketchy, slick. I think the track tempo was up to like 125. That probably didn't help too much either.
No, the track temp definitely was up to about 120, 125, maybe 128 at one point. So, I mean, it definitely, the track temp probably did not help, and that just made Atlanta even more hungry.
Absolutely.
So, but who's your sponsors? Who's your shout outs you'd like to give here for helping you get onto that podium victory lane tonight?
I give a shout out to the Skull guys and my teammates, Mike Schaefer, Waylon McConnell. Out to you, buddy, for Flieger Farm for videoing this for us, and really looking forward to next week.
Oh, we definitely look forward to it as well. And with you and a teammate, I'm thinking of looking at the points. I think you and Schaefer's is locked into the next round, so that's going to be good to having teammates there, right?
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Yeah, I think it's Josh, me, Mike, and I'm not sure who the fourth one is yet.
Chris Pendle.
Right on.
He got his win last week, I believe, or 2 weeks ago or something.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's going to be a good time at Homestead. Really, like I said, really looking forward to it.
Alrighty, well, you enjoy your victory, and we will look forward to seeing you there at Homestead. And hopefully, we'll see somebody, hopefully, either take the win and the championship, or we'll see one of the non-championship four win the race, and you guys have to battle it out for the championship.
Right.
So it's gonna be interesting. Now, do the points reset a little bit for you top four?
I'm not sure how they got that worked out, to be honest with you.
I didn't know if it was a flat slate for the four of you going into next week, or if some of you might have a little bit advantage over others.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I would think maybe we all start out the same slate, but we'll see.
Oh, it'll be interesting to see. Hopefully, we can get that answered before the start of the race next week, and we can let the viewers know how that exactly is going to happen and go out. So, but congrats again for victory tonight, helping to lock you into the Final Four, and enjoy your evening.
You too, buddy. Have a good night.
You too. So that was Rick Schneider out of SMS Racing, and he is our race winner here tonight. And we definitely want to make sure that everybody tunes in here. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize I left that up so long. But that's the schedule that we're going off of. To Homestead next week we go. And like we said, there's your top four. Chris Pendle, Josh Cole, Rick Schneider, and Michael Schaefer are going to be the top four fighting it out next week at the Homestead. So should be a great battle. Be sure to tune in to us again next week, next Sunday night, for the Friggy Diggy Arca series. as we hit the track of Homestead for the final race of the season to crown our champion. Again, thanks for everybody tuning in tonight. I hope everybody enjoyed the race. Hopefully everybody's getting over what happened yesterday. And like I said before, Friggy Diggy Racing League and us here at For Your Farm TV all send our condolences and prayers out to Corey's family, and definitely wish them all a okay time through such a somber and terrible tragedy. Thank you all for watching, and good night.
Race control scoring has ended.